The Museum of Ontario Archaeology is a repository for archaeological objects that span time immemorial.
The museum is a not-for-profit organization built here in London, Ontario, but its focus is Ontario archaeology. We're dedicated to the education, the research, and the curation of Ontario's heritage past. We have over 2 million collections, or 2 million items in our collection here at the museum, and it's our goal and our mandate to look after those collections and to share those with our community.
Our education programming is all designed with the intent of immersive, experiential learning, hands-on as much as possible. And we try to engage children of all ages, from 4 through to adults really, to participate within the different activities, be they archaeology or cultural.
The people that lived on our site were Neutral Attawandaron people. They lived here about 550 years ago and lived here for a relatively long time. They built a very large settlement of over 20 longhouses and farmed neighboring areas.
The artifacts that we find here at the Lawson site tell us a lot about the day-to-day experiences of people here in this site, in this village. Pottery tells us a lot about how people made materials, how they shared materials, what they cooked, how they cooked with those materials. Stone tools tell us a lot about what people were eating, the sorts of animals that they were eating, the sorts of animals they were hunting, so do animal remains. So when we look at stone tools, or we look at pottery, or we look at animal remains, we get an extensive picture of the sorts of meals that people would have been preparing.
It's important to learn about Canada's Indigenous people because they are the first people here in Canada, and they have a very rich history which dates back long before Europeans came to North America and altered the course of their history.
The Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada recognizes that it's important to acknowledge the contribution of First Nations to our history and our heritage. We do that here at the museum as well. It's important to recognize that people have lived here for over 11,000 years. They had a vibrant and rich history, and we want to express that. We want to show that to the community. It's important that they're included in that they have a voice, and that they feel they're contributing to their own history and our interpretation of that history and our understanding of that history.
It's important because of some of the injustices that have been done to the First Nations people in Canada. It's particularly around the loss of culture and the loss of language and identity. It's important to celebrate those individual cultures, celebrate those languages, and to keep them alive.